What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Joseph Brackets here from josephbracketsfitness.com, and today in this video I'm going to show you my 3 best exercises for building big biceps. Exercise number 1 on my list is standing dumbbell concentration curls. Now, the reason this is one of my favorite exercises and the reason I believe it's one of the best for building big biceps is because there is no other bicep exercise that really allows you to get the same contraction of the bicep muscle. And contraction is super important for building muscle because it's a great way to rip the muscle fibers. Now, when I perform bi concentration curls, there's a little technique that I like to use. I don't like to just curl it like this. What I like to do is I like to curl it like this, but bring my elbow slightly forward. Slightly forward. The reason I do it like that is because that allows me to get a bit of squeeze in the bicep muscle. This is usually the first exercise that I do for biceps. It's a great exercise to warm the biceps up and pump the blood into the muscle. The more blood you have in the muscle, the more amino acid uptake you can get, which is going to result in more muscle growth. This is also a great exercise for working the bicep long head, the outside part of the bicep, so it's a great way to build that bicep peak. Anyway, time for me to perform my set. Squeeze, squeeze. Exercise number 2 for building big biceps is barbell curls. Now, the reason this is exercise number 2 for building big biceps is because this exercise really allows you to overload the muscle with a lot of weight. Now, you can't get a good contraction as we could with the dumbbell concentration curl, but the thing with the dumbbell concentration curl is we can't apply much weight. So the pro to this one is we can't get the same contraction, but we can overload that muscle with weight. And the more weight overload we can apply to the muscle, the more muscle fibers we're going to rip, therefore the more growth we're going to experience. So there are different techniques you can use when doing this as well. The closer you have your hands, the closer grip, the more outside bicep is going to work, which is going to help you with the bicep peak. The wider you have your grip, the more bicep short head it's going to work, so the more mass of the bicep is going to work. I personally like to use a grip with my hands somewhat in line with my shoulders. And you want to have a good muscle-mind connection as well. You really want to focus on the biceps curling that weight up and the biceps lowering that weight. Alright, exercise number 3 for building big biceps, guys, is dumbbell incline curls. Now, you can't go too heavy on this exercise, but it's not really about overloading the muscle with weight. The reason this exercise is so good is because it allows you to get such a great stretch to the bicep muscle. The bigger the stretch, the more blood flow to the muscle. The bigger the stretch, the bigger the contraction also. So that is why this exercise is so great for really building and developing big biceps. So when you do a normal standing bicep curl, you curl it up and you curl it down. You don't get a stretch in the bicep. But when we do an incline curl like this, and we let the weight come all the way down, we get a big stretch through the bicep muscle. And the technique that I like to use is I like to let the dumbbell weight pull my arm backwards. And that just allows that whole bicep muscle to be stretched out, which allows for that blood flow to get into the muscle. So, my set. I also don't like to sit on the seat for some reason. I like to slightly sit a little bit higher, just personal preference. Curl it up, lower the weight down, and then let the dumbbell pull my arm backwards. So notice I curl it up with my bicep, guys, let the weight come down, and then let the weight pull my arm back. You want to get that good stretch on every rep. And that right there, guys, is my 3 top bicep exercises for building big biceps. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a few things. But don't forget, the most important thing for building muscle all comes down to your diet. So if you need help with a custom meal plan, you can click the link down below and I'll be more than happy to take you on as one of my online JRF clients. Anyway, guys, I'm hungry, so it's time for me to go eat, but I'll see you in the next video.